Hi, Scott Dailey with Dailey Dailey Real Estate. Today we're going to be talking about DR Horton. A lot of people call him Dr. Horton Homes. It's not. It's the founder. His name was David. I'm assuming his middle name was R-ish. And his last name was Horton. He just passed away apparently. DR Horton, large national company. Okay, 3 things that you need to understand about new construction. First of all is who are we and why should you be listening to us? We've been in business for 20 years. We're locally owned and operated. We also own a home building company. This makes us uniquely qualified just in our time in the market and our experience with new construction to help work with you to get the perfect new home for you. And that is a 2-part process. So it's really 3. We're going to understand you, what you want, what you need, what your budget is, all of those things. We're going to take our market expertise and what we know about the builders, what we know about the communities, and what we know about the real estate market when you're shopping, and we're going to put those together, and we're going to help you have a great process and a great new home. Whether that's walking through the selections and the construction process, it's an extra set of eyes to advocate for you at all of those different phases, whether it's looking at inventory spec homes and being able to identify issues that might be with them, or helping you come up with a pricing strategy so that you can get a new inventory home at a great value. And it's also going to be after settlement when you need to talk to an electrician, or maybe you want to have a patio or something installed. We're going to have a network of subcontractors that we're going to make available to you, and that is continued value. So that's us. So let's talk about DR Horton. So there's 3 things you have to understand about all of our builder reviews. First of all, we're going to talk about the size of the builder, because the size of the builder generally matters about the promise that the builder is making and the customer experience, okay? DR Horton is the largest home builder in the United States, maybe the world. They're building, 60, 70, 80,000 houses a year. Okay, so that's a gigantic number. So that's something to understand, that this is not just a big builder, this is the biggest builder in the world. And their business model is a little different than some of the other builders. But we're going to put them up here in the large publicly traded category, and that's important because when we talk in a few more specifics here in a minute, that will make more sense. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is we want to define value. So is DR Horton or any builder a good value? And what we do is we look at value in terms of this. Does the builder keep the promise? A good value for any product from any company keeps the promise. So what is the promise that DR Horton is making? And do they keep that promise? That is important. Okay, so that's how we look at value. It's not necessarily tied to features or cost. It's tied to what do they say about themselves, and do they actually do what they say they are going to do? And so that's a very important thing. And the third one is the top 3 things that you want to do to evaluate new construction is remember that it's real estate. And so the top 3 things are location, location, and location. Those matter more than anything. You're still looking at real estate, even if it's a brand new house, it's still sitting on property. And so we want to help you come alongside of you in this process. We want to be there, and we want to help you keep in mind that this is still a real estate purchase. And so we're not just focused on the builder and the cabinets that come and whether the hardwood and whether there's granite, but also where it is, and understand that it is an investment. And at this point in the market, it's a substantial financial investment that we want to help you make wisely. And so that's our job, is to just go alongside you and help you get to a successful product and have an enjoyable process. Okay, so back it up and we'll go to DR Horton, largest builder in the country. And DR Horton's business model is inventory houses. They might go into a neighborhood and start 20 houses at a time. When they sell 10 of those, they start 20 more and off they go. Some communities, they will pre-build for you and to your specifications, but in a lot of places they won't. And so the deal with Horton is you're buying a house that is either finished or mostly finished. You're not going to be able to make any changes to that. And so the value proposition that they offer is the house is ready very quickly. You don't have to wait. It is brand new. It's going to have a warranty, and it is going to be inexpensive. And what they're not going to talk to you about is super high quality, high end finishes in this market. Now, you might know DR Horton in Florida or in other places, and they build higher end homes in those other places. DR Horton in this market isn't doing that. And so the reality is there is a market for brand new homes that are sold at a great price, and they're not built with high quality materials. And listen, that doesn't mean the house is going to fall over tomorrow. We're not saying they're built in a shoddy construction. Like DR Horton builds 60,000 houses a year, or whatever their number actually is. They know how to build houses, but you have to make certain compromises if you're going to deliver the product at a certain price. And so when you see DR Horton and they are the least expensive homes in the market, it is a safe bet that if you're also looking at a luxury builder or a higher end production builder, it isn't the same stuff. It just isn't. And I'm not knocking DR Horton because I don't think that was their promise. Their promise was a brand new house, done fast, done cheap. That's it. That's their promise. It's a good house. It's at a great price. And there you go. And their floor plans are functional. Their standard features are functional. And, the house is going to be there for a while. Long term, I don't know. It just depends. They really have not been in this market in substantial numbers to see. So if you listen to some of our other reviews, we're talking about builders that have been building in the market for 15, 20 years, and Horton hasn't been there, but Horton's been around forever. There are hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of Horton homes built in the United States. And so they are out there and they are there, but just understand what you're getting. So the key with Horton is to take a look at the house and make sure you can get any deficiencies corrected prior to settlement, which is the time when you have the most leverage. And it's also to know what time of the year, of the month, of the week it is to go shopping, because Horton will be flexible on prices at the right time. And that's sort of the value and experience that we bring to the table. If you're looking at a Horton home and you want to just a new construction at a great price that's going to be done quick, we can help guide you to maximize the quality and the value that you're going to be able to get from Horton. So that's what you need to know about DR Horton Homes. I'm Scott Dailey for Dailey Dailey Real Estate.